guys, we're out here today checking traps. I put in a few dog proofs around this pond up here on this property, and I had some luck this morning. I got one big old rick right there, and I got another one over there. I don't know if you can see him or not. Let's see if I can't work this thing. There he is. There he is. But yeah, anyway, we're gonna get these guys taken care of, and all it is a pond up here. I mean, it's nothing special about it. I mean, these coons come down here. There's a creek that runs out of it. If you got any body of water, you could trap around it in certain spots. I mean, you're gonna catch coons. And all I was using in my dog proofs is I was taking a big jet puff marshmallow and shoving it on the trigger, and I was coming back in with cat food that I've soaked in fish oil and just sprinkled down in the can. I haven't had any issues with it, but all right, we'll see y'all on down the line. All right, guys, well, looks like we got a little double off this Hilltop here. I've had this set in the ground for 3 weeks, just like that other one. This one hasn't been touched. This one hasn't been dug up, hasn't had anything done with it at all in 3 weeks. And I just let it work, never rebaited it, never relured it. And I finally got me one today, and it is actually a double. The other trap's is 40 yards over the hill, but we'll get this one taken care of, and we'll get on down the way. Alright guys, as you can see, I caught myself a pretty big boar coon here last night. So I've caught 3 coons today, and I caught the 2 coyotes earlier in the video. I caught those yesterday, or I might show them after this clip. But yeah, all this was, it's a turn, inside turn on a logging road, and there's about 5 logging roads that intersect right here. I have 2 more traps set just out the way, just out of frame, but this is the only thing that's come through in the last few days, so I'm happy to get him out of the way. But I already got him took out of the trap. I got the blood out of the trap. It was kind of a mess, but as you can see, I've only got one hand. I was on the losing end of a 4-wheeler trailer earlier this week, and I'm restricted to one hand. But yeah, it's kind of difficult, but it's not keeping me down. I'm still running my line. I'm still doing everything I need to be doing. I'm not letting it keep me down. I like doing this too much to just stop. So, but I'm gonna show you that it can be done with one hand. It might be difficult, but it can be done. So, I'm right hand dominant too, so that doesn't make anything better. It doesn't make it better at all. I've never really done anything with my left hand, and it's showing now. There we go. I still got to use my one finger to flip the dog over and get it set. Do everything the same way I done it before. Polyfill, peat moss, the whole 9 yards. The only thing I got to do different now is I have to bed the trap with my foot. And it's not an easy task, but it's alright. I'll make do with it. We're finally getting some half decent weather around here. It's been really slow. I mean, really slow compared to what I did last year. Granted, I'm not trapping on half as many places as I was this time last year. But after deer season, that's when this stuff really picks up. A lot of the landowners don't want me on their land right now because they're still trying to fill their tags, or they still got a target bucket showing up or something like that, and I completely understand it. I completely understand it, and heck, I wouldn't want anyone on my land if I was trying to deer hunt still either. But hopefully the numbers will start going up. That right there makes my 7th coon so far. It's not many. Caught 7 coons, 4 coyotes, 3 fox, and 4 bobcats. And 1 big old skunk. It was a, goodness gracious, it was a big, and I'd say it was probably a pretty dang near a 10-pounder. It was huge. I didn't film it. It was raining that day, and I didn't want to get the camera out just for an old skunk. Okay. We'll go back in and we'll tap her all around it. Yeah. It's still wanting to wobble a little bit. Next time I can think about it, I'll show y'all a trick with this peat moss. I believe it's called power bedding, or I just call it nail bedding because that's ultimately what you do. But I'll show y'all how to do that in one of my upcoming videos. Because this bedding in peat moss, I've been getting a lot more traps dug up this year than last year. And last year I used the nail bedding technique. But I'll show y'all how to do that in one of my upcoming videos. But on this remake, the coon walled us out a pretty good backstop back here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a lot of this loose dirt and debris and I'm going to pile it up and make it look like a little mouse hole kind of top thing. Throw a little bit of bait in it and call it good, because I know coyotes are running by here. I know coyotes are coming here. Like I said, there's 5 or 6 logging roads that all can join right here in this one area. It's just a killer spot. Coyote sign everywhere. But alright, that's it for that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go get some dirt, because I won't be able to sift any of that. If you're in a situation like I'm in, and you can't really find any dry dirt, you take your sifter and flip it over, and take these dry clumps and run it through like that. And that'll help you be able to make use of the clumpy dirt. I don't have any dry dirt, all I have is peat moss. Peat moss does not look natural. I need some more dirt. Same thing. Flip it over and run it on the back of your sifter. Alright, that's about as good as I think I can get that. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take some handfuls of this stuff around it and put some of the smaller stuff around the edges. Maybe throw a leaf or two into the inside of it. That way it kind of looks a little natural. But you don't want to just take all this globs of stuff and throw on there. You don't want to throw any whole sticks, big long sticks, or even any long grass. You want to make it real fine. if you put anything on it. You just want a couple of leaves in there max. You don't want anything in there that could lock up the jaws or anything like that. Alright, there's that. Kind of move this out of the way so you can kindly see it. But my trap pan is right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in a rock there. Well, I'm going to bring in this big clump of stuff first. Alright, there's my clump of stuff. I'm going to take a rock and I want to try to put it on the back to hopefully deter anything from trying to come in and dig it out from the back. And all I'm going to do is just make it like it's a normal dirt hole going into that stuff right there. Alright, I want to mat it down to make it look like something's been running in and out of there. Alright. Alright, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I could do to this to help make it work. But I believe that's about it. I'm going to throw a couple more leaves down on this just to make it look more natural. But that's it for that. It didn't take too awful long. Now if I had to dig out the trap bed and drive it with all that with the stake with my left hand, I'd be here for a little while. But alright, we're going to put some bait in the hole and load this coon up and get on back to the house. Take him to the shed and see what else I can get into today. But alright, well guys, I appreciate it. And if you have any questions, any suggestions for videos or anything like that, I mean, I'm all ears. I'm all ears. I'm looking to pass on my knowledge from what I know to you guys. I mean, if you got any questions whatsoever, just ask me. Send it to me. Drop a comment below. Send it to me on my Instagram. My Instagram handle is the same thing as it is on here. But alright guys, I appreciate it. I do. I appreciate it. But alright, we'll see y'all on down the line.